I made a couple of videos regarding a phenomenon in which I see an abnormally large number of cars with only one headlight. Now, I'm not alone in this. Actually, far from alone. I wanted to bring up my friend Dan, who lives locally, well, 40 minutes away. And he told me that he's been seeing this phenomenon for many years, and he attributes it to stalking. Now, I don't know what it is. I've mentioned numerous theories, including the possibility of sleeper cell communication, and that would include 666 license plates and 911 license plates. They're part of some group, but ultimately, I have no idea. But this kind of a thing started recently for me and for Dan. And one interesting thing about Dan is that he experienced the same exact Mandela effects pretty much that I have, including the position of the sun and moon and their appearance. And mind you, not everyone who's Mandela affected has seen changes in the sky. That seems to be actually a different subset of people altogether. So there's like layers to this thing. And this sort of car phenomenon he's been experiencing for years, and I've spoken to others who say they've been experiencing it for years. Well, the reason I'm making this video tonight is because I had strangeness kind of upgraded a little bit. But before I get into that, when I noticed this stuff started happening, the flashing lights, the high beams, the one headlight, it was after the incident with my windshield. Now, at the beginning of the year, I had an object hit my windshield at the exact position where my head was, and I made some videos about it. You just have to look through the archives. And the damage to the window looked like an eye, exactly like an eye. Anyway, so tonight I'm out Ubering and I pick up a passenger, and a few minutes in, this person almost stalls in front of me. And I don't mean like in a normal way. Of course, for those of you who drive, know that people stop, slow down when they're looking for an address or a turn, perhaps. In this particular location, there was no turns and no addresses to look at. There was not much around, just the road. And he kind of trailed me. So I tried to get around him, and he was trying to kind of pull in to me in a way. And so I just quickly drive around him, just view this as some isolated incident. Maybe he had car trouble. Maybe there was something medically wrong with him. I didn't think much of it. I'm live. What's up? No, it's okay. Чего там? Не, потом, спасибо. So, right. So I just let it go. No big deal. And then, not even a minute or two after, I see a car on the left side of the road. It's a 4-lane road. No headlights on. It's already pitch black nighttime, by the way. No headlights on at all. And as he approaches me on the opposite side, he flashes his brights right at me. Right when he was passing me, he flashes his brights. But The moment he passes me, he turns his headlights off again. Turns his headlights off in the middle of the night. Now, my sense is that this was targeted directly to me. This was directly to me, because it seemed very bizarre to me. It's not like it didn't seem like he was checking whether it was like he deliberately turned it off. It just, anyway, as we approached the location where I dropped the passenger off, I had another car do the same thing that the first car did. Basically stall right in front of me. And when I say slow down, I'm talking like 5 miles an hour, barely moving, and not for like a short period of time, for a prolonged period of time. And it just felt odd to me and not normal, not like a normal person searching for an address. It didn't give off that sort of vibe to me. And in general, overall, I would say the single headlights that I've been seeing have increased substantially, substantially, ever since I made those initial videos. And whatever it is, Agent Smith's, sleeper cells, some kind of dimensional phenomenon, I don't know. Whatever it isn't normal. It isn't normal, and I'm not alone. And last but not least, the bridge collapsed today. Now, clearly this was a symbolic event. Now, Francis Scott Key, supposedly wrote the Star-Spangled Banner. The strange name of this cargo ship being Dolly, D-A-L-I. And just the way the incident played out just seemed very strange to me. And I was there recently myself and saw it myself. Like a few months ago. And remember, what does Francis Scott Key represent? He represents, a new nation overcoming a war, basically. He represents the American anthem. So this is a significant name for that bridge, and this is very symbolic. And the word key is symbolic. And actually, if you look at Baltimore Harbor from above, you will see the harbor is kind of in the shape of a key, if you look carefully. And is this the key to something? Is this the key to a follow-up event? Is this a key to a portal? All kinds of possible symbolism. I really have no idea. Just the incident was very strange, how the ship lost power. There's been many bridge collapses throughout history, of course. I've never seen one like this before. This is not like Minneapolis in 2008. That was just a structural failure. This seemed kind of staged a little bit. Anywho, I would love to know your opinion on this car headlight phenomenon and what it means.